Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Central, here with a video review of the Thrustmaster TX racing wheel for Xbox One and PC. You can see I've got the wheel right here attached to my table. You attach it using this vise here. The wheel comes with a set of 2 racing pedals here, accelerate and brake. You can also optionally purchase a 3-pedal set that has a clutch pedal. The pedal is attached to the wheel via this Ethernet style connector. The wheel itself attaches to the Xbox One console via USB. And the wheel also has to have its own power source. This is the power cord. In our previous unboxing video, I mentioned that this is a sensor designed for the Kinect. I was worried that the wheel might require the Kinect in order to operate, but thankfully that is not the case. This just allows the wheel to interact with the Kinect if a game supports that, but it's not something you need to worry about if you don't have a Kinect. And on my second Xbox One I don't, so that's a good thing. Down here at the bottom there is a mode button that you can use to change modes on the wheel. Actually, I haven't had to mess with that. These pedals here marked down and up are the bumper buttons, so that's left bumper and right bumper. And you just squeeze them like so, it makes a nice clicky sound.
How can I help?
If you don't like using these metal things to do left bumper and right bumper, there are also buttons. They are tiny little recessed buttons, but you can use those to hit left bumper and right bumper instead. So that's not a bad thing. Disappointingly, the Ferrari logo is not a horn, so you don't have a built-in horn to play with, which would have been nice. As you can see, you've got X, Y, A and B buttons here for controlling menus. Here's the view button, which is also known as the back button. This button doesn't seem to do anything that I've noticed. Your engine start button here is actually your D-pad. You can just hit the different edges of it to control the menus. It's not ideal, but it is pretty cool looking, so I can understand why they would do that. This is called the Manatino. I don't know what that really is, but if you twist it to the left, it acts as the back button. Twist it to the right, it acts as the start button. Menu and view, you know what I mean. And yeah, here is the menu button, the start button. Down here we have a yellow button that I believe you use in combination with the mode button to do things with the wheel. And your home button right there. And of course it lights up while in use. Okay, now without further ado, let's take it for a drive. I'll position my pedals a little better here. Yeah, that feels good. If I want to look at the map, I can either hit the view button or twist the Manatino to the left. You can look at the map there, navigate it using the D-pad. Works pretty well. Then pick a destination and set it, or whatever I wanted to do. Here's a good race to repeat.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Okay, don't mind if I do. You gotta learn not to hit the pedals too hard. You know, it's like a little more natural to not hold the trigger down far when you're trying to go far. Let's look at menu navigation also. Hitting the menu button, I can navigate like so, pick the different things I need to pick. If I go into settings and controls, I can see these unique steering wheel controls. Then hitting X takes me to the advanced menu, and here you can adjust a lot of little variables. It's kind of overwhelming at first, but the only variable I found that I needed to adjust was the force feedback scale. By default, the force feedback is at 50, and that's just a little too high for me and my family members who tried this wheel. It basically, like if you wreck into something or whatever, you know, it just shakes too much. So we put it down to 20, and that's good for us. But if you like a lot of force feedback, this wheel can totally do that. Like imagine if I set it up above 50, it'd be way too much for me. Also, Forza Horizon 2's menus need the left bumper and right bumper to navigate. Easy to do with this, or with that hidden button I mentioned earlier. So really, menu navigation is a snap. You're not at a disadvantage if you're using the wheel.
Turn right.
Maybe I want to give this guy a little love tap. Let's try that. Wow. Yeah, and I'm getting some nice vibration, force feedback out of the wheel, but it's not too much. But obviously, driving with a wheel takes practice, but it's so much more realistic. Even though this is an arcadey game, you get a lot of the experience of driving a real car, and all the cars handle a little bit differently. They've all got unique and real-world based stats. So getting a wheel like this, it basically makes it like a whole new game. I mean, your objectives are the same, but the way you play it is so much different. And I would say better. Harder, yes, but better. It's kind of like the difference between playing a fighting game with a regular controller or with an arcade stick. Arcade stick is much superior. Alright. The Thrustmaster TX Racing Wheel is not the most affordable wheel out there. It actually costs somewhere between $300 and $400, I believe. But you get some serious quality for your money. Like, this is a top-of-the-line wheel. It is the nicest one that Thrustmaster makes for the Xbox One. It's beautiful. However, if you're not eager to spend that much money, they also have a more value-priced model that is about $100, called the Ferrari Wheel. And this one is also licensed by Ferrari, but it's not the same wheel.
In 400 yards, turn right.
So if you're looking for more of an entry-level wheel, then I would go with the cheaper one. But
Turn right.
this one is for serious racing enthusiasts, or just somebody who's looking for the most realistic experience they can get. You know, even if you're a casual racer, maybe you just want to make the leap. Ah, smacked right into that. I've never been all that great at first-person driving. So if you play with a third-person view, you can see around your car a lot better, and that's going to give you better situational awareness. But you lose that feeling of actually being there that you get from either the cockpit or the internal view. Cockpit is pretty interesting, seeing your virtual hands turn right there along with your real hands. But you want to play with the hood view for, I would say, the most realism. One of the few downsides to the Thrustmaster TX Racing Wheel, besides the high price, is that it does not have a headset jack, unfortunately. At present, no third-party controllers support headsets on Xbox One, and that's just a limitation imposed by Microsoft, apparently. Because whether it's a regular controller, an arcade stick, or a racing wheel, none of them support it. It's a real shame. But it doesn't mean you have to go without chat. If you're playing online while using the wheel, you can just turn on another controller and plug the headset into that, and you will be able to voice chat, which is great. Don't use your Kinect to chat. That's a terrible thing to do. That's enough for now. You can get more thoughts in my full review at windowscentral.com.